after all of this, why should we as consumers ever trust your company again? Hey YouTube, Philip here, and today we're doing something I really don't like to do, and that's complaining about a company. And unfortunately, the company is one that seems to be well regarded by the YouTube community. In fact, many of the drone YouTubers that are big in this space, like Ready Set Drone and Ken Heron and Drone Valley, have all reviewed their products and talked very highly about them. And I'm sure that's all well and good. I haven't actually had an Energen product myself. In fact, I tried to get one. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But I believe that they put out quality products. That being said, let's talk about their Kickstarter for the DroneMax 360. Come February or March, I forget when it was exactly, that they went and launched their Kickstarter. I went ahead and pledged $159 to get one myself. This $159 was supposed to be like half the retail that it was supposed to be coming out at, and they were supposed to have it out in just a few months to be out in May. So the last couple of weeks in April, someone actually reached out in the comment section and said, hey, is this still going to be out on time? Is this still going to be out in May? Can I expect to have it at that time? They said, yes, sure, it's still going to be on time. Everything's good to go. A week or two later, they finally came back and said, you know what, hey, we got to swap out the AC module. Something about it's not working out right. We want to make sure we give you a quality product. That's all well and fine. I'm sure that there is actually something wrong with the AC module that they needed to replace for some reason. The only issue is that then after that point, they were really sparse with their communications. So August rolled around. I ended up selling my Mavic Air, and I got a Mavic 2 Pro. I sent Energen a message on the Kickstarter. I said, hey, you know what? I don't know if I need this anymore. You took a long time to get it to me, much longer than you actually said. And if this won't have a cable that will work with my Mavic 2 Pro, I absolutely have no need for it anymore. Is there any way you can just cancel this and give my money back? This was on August 26, 2018. Almost a month later, on September 21st, they emailed back and said, noted, just to let you know, we are going to ship out this product in 2 weeks. Sorry for the delay, just let us know if you still need it. And then that same day, I happened to pay attention to my email. I sent him an email. I sent a message right back. I said, hey, really don't need it. Go ahead and just give me my refund. They said, okay, no problem. We will refund it for you. And I said, awesome, great. I'm super happy. Energen has great customer service. I'm sure I'm going to get this refund. So then a couple weeks later, October 10th rolled around. I sent them a message back because I still hadn't gotten a refund. I checked my statements for my credit card that I paid for it with, and there was no refunds there. I said, hey, when can I expect to see this refund? I see that there's units being shipped out now. When am I going to get it? So then nearly a month later, on November 5th, they sent me a message back, and they said, hey, we're consolidating all the refunds, and you'll get it before December of 2018. I said, okay, cool. So November 5th, before the end of December, that's 25 days. I can deal with that, no big deal. At that point, I kind of forgot about it. I'm going to speculate on something here in a bit regarding that, but December 28th finally rolled around, and I remembered about this project that I pledged to, and then I said, hey, where's my refund? Just 3 days later this time, so not their normal month turnaround, they finally said to me, we're going to consolidate all refunds, you will get it shortly. So I gave them a few days, and then I emailed them back. I said, you keep on saying I'm going to get it shortly in this X amount of time. When am I actually going to get my refund? People are getting their chargers months ago. Why am I not getting my refund back? Just give me whatever's faster, I'm tired of checking this all the time, and I didn't say this to them. I was thinking to myself, I'm going to forget about it again, and then who knows, you might just keep my money and I'm not going to get a charger. So they came back to me the next day. They said they will refund me soon. Now this is January 7th. I requested the refund on August 26th. They got back to me a month later on September 21st. And this has been a very long time I've been waiting for a refund for something, it should have been really simple to get it to me. And in fact, I think it's telling that I said, give me whatever's faster, and they continued to say, okay, wait for your refund, and then I could have gotten a charger in that time. It's something, it just feels shady to me. So then a month rolled by, I gave them another month to send me the money, and I said, that's it, just give me the charger. And then 7 days later, they finally got back to me. They said, yes, we are processing your refund. Please give me your address. Now, side note real quick. So during this time, two things happened. One, I reached out to Kickstarter and I said, hey, this company seems kind of shady. I really want to like them, but something's going on here. If you take a look at the comment section on their Kickstarter, everyone's complaining about them. I personally have been promised refunds over and over again. They've missed the deadline every single time. I don't know what's going on, but you probably shouldn't let them do a project here again. I know that per your terms of service, I can't get a refund from you because that's not how it works. But please, please don't let them do a Kickstarter again. And the second thing that I did was actually a two-parter. So the first thing I did was I reached out in the comments to other backers like me, and I said, hey, I see you guys are having problems. I want to hear from you. If possible, send me an email letting me know what happened, some more details, or if you can, just submit a video. Unfortunately, I don't have any videos from them, but I did get one email response. We'll talk about that later. But then the second thing I did was I sent them an email. I sent Energen an email directly asking them for a comment on what's going on. So the title of this email is Request for Comment DroneMax 360 Kickstarter. Now this is really long and winded. I guess I can just put an image of the whole email here so that you can read it if you want. Just pause the video. We're not going to go through all of it, but here's the gist of what it says. Hey, I'm a backer. I really want to know what's going on. I'm going to make a video about this regardless of what happens, but I think we as a drone community deserve to know what's going on with this. Before I go and do a video about this, I want to see if you have any comments or if I'm just going to be commenting on what I see going on. I personally have been promised refunds multiple times when I asked you to cancel the Kickstarter just due to the inconsistencies of your timing, and I've not gotten a refund yet, just a bunch of false promises. And others are reporting that they're waiting on refunds or otherwise waiting on communication from you to get their DroneMax 360s as well. So here's a list of questions that I'd like you to comment on. I gave them until tonight, Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Central Time to get back to me so that I could have some type of official response from them to include in this video, but alas, I got no response. And this part I can't really summarize without actually reading, so I'm just going to go ahead and read from the email real quick what the questions were that I wanted comments on. When can remaining backers who have not received a product expect one? What is the holdup now, and what has been the holdup for the past 9 months that the product has been delayed from the original ship date? Specifics would be nice, especially given the last public update on it was from August 22nd, saying you'd be getting the product and shipping it the following month. When can those who have not received a product expect a refund? A solid date that we can count on would be nice. Again, been waiting for months to get my refund. What has been the delay on the update? Why have I been promised the refund by X time or with an X time frame multiple times but not received one? What is the actual holdup on refunds? Do you literally not have the money to pay them out? That's actually a solid question, because they just had recently started requesting money from the partial backers to fully pay for their DroneMax 360. So if they didn't have the money to issue the refunds, maybe they were waiting for the product to come in so they could then request money from the other backers so they could refund the original backers that were asking for refunds. Speculation. I don't know if that's actually what happened, but solid question. Why has there been no official update on the Kickstarter or reply to comments messages in quite some time? And last of all, after all of this, why should we as consumers ever trust your company again? And I think that is the most vital question that I wanted an answer to. Because I trust my YouTube buddies out there who are giving props to these products, not only because they get the products for free, but because they see that they're quality products, and that we're always looking for new ways, new innovations to help us do our work with our drones. And if a product can do that, why not buy it? And honestly, this is a product I was looking forward to, because right now I don't have a good solution for a portable power source to power my drone. I don't even know if there's other sources for this type of technology out there. Speaking of which, let's hop back to the Kickstarter messages to see where that went. So again, on February 20th, after I had posted the messages on the comments, after I had reported them to Kickstarter, after I had sent them the email, they said, "We are processing your refund. What is your mailing address?" But I kind of questioned to myself, why do you need my mailing address? Why can you not just refund it to the card that it was taken from originally? Or why can you not send me the money electronically? Around the same time, this is when backers were getting emails from them asking for them to mail in money orders. And if I was in their shoes, I would not be willing to do that either. Because if you're not aware, money order is essentially cash that you're giving to someone. And whoever that someone is whoever is written on the line. There's no real recourse, no way to ask for that money back should you not get the product or anything like that. At least if you use a credit card or a debit card, there's some type of protection built into that. If you send money via PayPal, the same thing. There's protection built into that. If you send someone cash, essentially cash via the mail, there's no way to get that back. Along the same lines, there's no way for you to necessarily prove that you sent that. You do kind of get a piece of paper from the money order that gives you information about that, and you can kind of trace that. But again, it's not really something that I would necessarily trust giving to a company that has been particularly shady in the recent past. So anyway, so I said, when can I expect my refund? You've already lied to me multiple times about when I should be getting it. So when can I get it? And this is the weird part. I don't know if this is them unofficially responding to my email, or if this is just them commenting on my persistence in asking for a refund and why I have not been getting one. But this is what they said. I will push them to send out the check-in this week. Thanks for waiting. Hard to explain what happened. Some people dispute their credit card payment, so we are trying to avoid double payback. Hope you could understand. What I do understand is that you have a limited window to actually dispute the charge, and that window was up a long time ago. So during the past, how many months was this? September 21st, they said they'd refund it. October, November, December. I just noticed the lights in the background are getting darker. Hang on. I have the lights in the background on timer. Anyway, back to this. On September 21st, they said they would refund my order. So October, November, December, January, February. That's 5 months they've had to process and analyze, I would imagine, what's limited numbers of people charging them back on credit cards. And it took them that long. And what's really hard to explain about that? That's part of your typical business. Dealing with people charging back on orders, which really goes back to the point of I sent them an email asking for them to explain this to us as a drone community, and I got nothing back. Now this is the interesting part. Later on during that day, they said, please check your email. We sent you a refund via PayPal. I said, hold on. I neither gave you my email address for PayPal, nor have I gotten any email about a refund from PayPal. What's going on? Did you just mass send out messages? I would actually prefer to get my refund via PayPal, so if you want to go ahead and just send it over, here's my address. Getting tired of waiting. Then actually surprisingly fast, they sent out my refund to me via PayPal. It was under the name of a different company, which is something that others were mentioning as well when they got invoices to pay for the remainder of their products so they could get it. Receiving money from a company that's not the company that I gave to is fine from my perspective, but I can understand that they would be hesitant to send money to a company which they don't recognize. Either way, they never responded back to me to let me know that they actually sent it this time. They also never responded back to my last message. Finally got the refund I've been waiting for since September. Was promised multiple times and never got. I even told you, give me whatever's faster, and you apparently chose the most painfully long way for you, but what should have been the easiest. Given that these are available on the general internet now, I'm sure I could have gotten the product long ago as backer number 101. Good riddance. I plan to never purchase anything from your company again. And that's the truth. At this point, I have no reason to trust them. I've never had their product before. I don't even know if it's a good product. So why, after this customer service nightmare that I've been experiencing, would I ever trust their company again? And I'm not alone in the sentiment. What I do know and will share with you is what I had heard from it as a response from one of the other backers. This is the only person that actually responded to me again, because I was reaching out via the comments section that a lot of people don't necessarily check every day, and they don't get emails whenever someone comments on it. So they might or might not have seen it, or might or might not have felt comfortable emailing me. Either way, this is the one response that I got. Philip, I'm responding to your request for DroneMax 360 backers to give their experiences. I'm backer number 364. I've yet to pay the balance of my pledge because Energen wanted me to send a money order, thus I have not received my product yet. Here's the gist of my correspondence with them. So he wrote on October 4th, any updates for the DroneMax 360? I haven't heard from you since August. Similar response time here. It took them a month to respond to him. On November 5th, they said, hi Randy, we will ship your order before December 2018. So this is on December 21st, well after the before December that they said that they'd be shipping it. They said, in the next 2 weeks, we'll be sending you information about how you can pay the remainder of your balance. And then Randy, being the champ that he is, he said, great, thank you. I will wait to hear back from you. I'm super anxious to get this product. And then again, another promise from Energen about the product. They said, hey, we'll be getting these around December 29th and shipping them immediately thereafter. But again, no mention here of the actual money that's left to be paid. Again, I think they're mostly sending generic messages out at this point. And then again, Randy's a champ. He gave them another month, and he finally came back and said, hey guys, any update for receiving my DroneMax? And then surprisingly, they responded rather quickly, and they said, we'll send you a link to pay the rest of the payment. And again, Randy being the great guy that he is, he sat back and waited for a while, twiddled his thumbs, waiting to hear back from them, getting the link so that he could pay, and nothing happened. February 6th rolled by. I said, how soon will that be? I'm back at number 364. Please help me. And then finally on February 12th, they actually sent out the emails. And to be quite fair, this email, based on what he put here, does sound kind of weird to me. It says, hi Randy, to speed up the progress, please mail your payment, $119, paid to Energen by money order to the following address. And they gave them an address in the City of Industry, the place where it seems like a lot of companies are set up their offices, I guess. I also think that there's some places there that actually forward some mail to other countries as well. Whenever I see something from the City of Industry, I can assume that it's something technology related, possibly coming from China. We will ship out your order in 3 weeks after we have received your payment. Please also mention your backer number when you send your money order. And lo and behold, he read that, was a little concerned, and didn't want to send the money order. Again, why would you blame him? Money order's cash. Cash is not really trackable, even in the form of a money order. I also be very concerned. And then finally, I think it was a week or so later, he finally got a response from them asking for his email address so they could send him a PayPal invoice. Now that part didn't really rub me wrong in any ways, because I know how PayPal works. You have to give them an email address so they can send you an invoice. Otherwise, you're just sending money to random PayPal for no obvious reason necessarily. So, but again, I can understand how people would be concerned about that, especially given the fact that they were just asking for a money order sent via mail. So what can I say? At this point, I don't trust Energen myself. And I don't know if you should either. I don't know how wide this video is going to get, if it's going to even hit any of the drone community at all, but I hope that at least some of you see this, because this seems like kind of a sketchy thing that's going on with Energen. It's almost like they just purposefully waited to send out refunds, hoping that people would forget about it, like I did like 5 or 6 times, but just finally got around to doing stuff, seemingly once I reported them to Kickstarter. So that's really all I have here about this topic. The images I showed on screen I will also provide for you in the description if you want to take a look at them or share them. The comment section on Kickstarter is there and able for you to read. I don't believe that any of the messages have been deleted at this point, but they might be. I believe that project owners have the ability to do that. I've never actually been a project owner, but I've seen pages with comments deleted, so that might change. But I encourage you to look at this yourself and just see what you think of the whole situation. That said, if I do have any updates for you on this story, I'll provide them in a pinned comment below. So that's it. I hope this wasn't too boring for you. I hope that it was beneficial in some way, especially if you're in the drone community. I hope this is beneficial to you. I would just be careful about trusting companies, even if they are pushed by your favorite YouTubers. Something you just keep in mind. No one's perfect, and in fact, I backed a Segway Kickstarter and had somewhat similar issues, but not to this level. In fact, their customer service is actually okay compared to this situation. This was terrible, especially the time that it took to reply in between messages at some points. If you know some people that might benefit from seeing this message, other people in the drone community, I would encourage you to share it with them, because the more people that know about this, the better. Just so that Energen knows that they can't do this to people and expect to not get backlash from it. I think that what they've been doing is really shady, and I really don't like it personally. And that's it. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you dislike this video, hit the dislike button twice, because the more you click it, the more times that it dislikes the video, 2 times. Just click it 2 times. And if you have not yet, go ahead and subscribe to me. I promise not all my videos are this depressing or boring, but sometimes you gotta talk about stuff like this. And that was today.